Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the State Grade Show. My name is Gab Tobias and I'm very thrilled to be joined once again by our competitions coordinator here at Tennis Victoria, Sean Spralia. Welcome, Sean.
Thanks, Gabs. Good to be with you for episode 3.
It is. It's very exciting. Now, we had a big weekend of tennis over the weekend. We had round 4 for the women's competition and we had round 3 for the men's competition. Can you share with us some of the results? What happened? What went down?
Absolutely. So we'll start with round 3 for the men's. Tennis World kick-started their men's campaign with a 4-2 victory over Grace Park Hawthorn, providing their first win for the season. Elsewhere, a clear top 3 has begun to emerge with Fawkner, Kooyong Lawn and MCC Glen Iris Valley all continuing their strong starts to the season. Fawkner made it 3 wins from 3 with a comfortable 5-1 win at North Ringwood, meaning they retained their top spot after 3 rounds. Kooyong Lawn were also 5-1 winners over Royal South Yarra and sit second. Finally, MCC Glen Iris Valley were victorious 5-1 against Eldon Park. However, 4 of the 6 matches on the day went to match tiebreakers, with the experience of the MCC Glen Iris Valley team ultimately proving the difference.
Sean, we've got some great clips from that MCC Glen Iris Valley match against Eldon Park. What we're going to share with you now is 2 match points, so of the same game. 9-7 and 9-8 up to Nick Jovanovski from MCC Glen Iris Valley. He was playing Nathan Ponton from Eldon Park. We'll show you those 2 clips now.
Well done, Nick. You're huge. 10-8 in the super.
Thanks to our correspondents who have sent those clips through. We love getting content from on the ground, so please keep doing it. Keep sending us through some of your action shots from the weekends. But now we're going to talk about the women's results. Sean, what has happened on the women's draw?
Absolutely. So for round 4 in the women's draw, so Kooyong Lawn made it 2 from 2 on the day against Royal South Yarra. So both their women's and their men's teams picked up wins there. So they won 5-1. That result lifts them into the top 3, 8 points clear of their nearest rival being Harkaway. Elsewhere, Grace Park Hawthorn have won 3 of their first 4 matches, their latest success being a 4-2 triumph against Beau Morris. And unfortunately, Harkaway and Diggers Rest didn't commence due to the inclement weather. However, Diggers Rest do retain their top position for now by just 2 points over Grace Park Hawthorn.
Sean, I head out to Harkaway on Saturday. I was so excited to get there, but of course the rain had other ideas, as is often the case. I feel like if we go back to episode 1, I probably brought that on myself. Anyway,
I think so.
But pencil me in for next time Harkaway plays at home, because I'd love to get back there. It's the most beautiful drive getting to that club. It's a stunning little area. So anyone else that wants to come on to Harkaway, I'll be there and we'll catch up then. But you also mentioned something else I want to talk about. We had a Kooyong Lawn win in the men's and the women's competitions. We obviously last week talked about it being the Battle of Stonington. So
yes.
Kooyong Lawn have got the bragging rights for now for the Battle of Stonington. So congratulations to both of those teams.
We might have to get a trophy or a medal or something organised for
Something.
them. I'm not sure.
Something. We might speak to council and see if they can arrange something. Now let's look to the ladder in both competitions and see how both of them are shaping up.
So on the men's side, Fawkner, as mentioned, sit top after round 3 after their latest victory over North Ringwood. And on the women's side, despite the match against Harkaway not commencing on the weekend, Diggers Rest retain their top position for now.
Sean, before we look ahead to this round, we've got something very exciting we want to introduce to the teams. We are introducing an MVP award for State Grade for 2023. Now, I'm going to look at what I've got written down here because I don't want to get it wrong, but we've done a little bit of background work already, and then now we're going to get the captains to join us on helping to vote for these MVP players. So, what we've got, starting from this round, each captain will be asked to submit 3-2-1 across the day. So across the match that they've participated in, each captain will vote for the 3-2-1 from either team. And then those votes will go towards the points, so points votes, they'll go towards the points that you put together from each round. So each round, if you win your rubber, you'll get 2 points.
Yep.
If you win the match overall, you get an extra bonus of 1 point. Those combined with the captain's votes will put you on the leaderboard for the MVP of the season. Am I right? Got it all right there?
Absolutely spot on.
How good.
Very
Okay.
exciting.
It's really exciting. I think it's a really great way for the players to become involved in the voting for this MVP award, give their feedback. Really great to get their insights as well, rather than just seeing the scores. I think it's good for us to know what they're seeing is valuable on the day. But Sean, as a result, you've put together the leaderboard as it stands so far prior to captain's votes being added. Obviously from this round forward, round 5 for the women, round 4 for the men. We will add those in. But at this stage, how does the leaderboard sit with the points that have been allocated so far?
Absolutely. We'll start off with the men's leaderboard. After their very strong start to the season, Faulkner occupied 2 of the top 3 positions. Chanchai Suktong Eng with a maximum total of 15 points, leaving him in top position. Tom Patton from Kooyong Lawn sits second with 12, and we have a tie in third position with John G. Gamarcus from Faulkner and Nick Yobanovsky from MCC Glen Iris Valley sitting on 10. After winning 3 of their first 4 matches, Grace Park Hawthorn Club occupied the top 2 positions in the women's leaderboard. Nicole Mullen in first on 18 points and Miranda Poyle on 14 points in second. Closely followed by Christina Dodage from Harkaway in third on 13.
Sean, there's a lot of big matches coming up this weekend. I want to pay particular attention to one, the MCC Glen Iris Valley matchup against Faulkner. Now, my correspondents, and thank you to them, they know who they are, for sending through content for this show, but they inform me that there's quite a bit of banter going on already ahead of that match.
That doesn't surprise me, guys. Knowing those guys does not surprise me one bit.
There's very firm desire for the bragging rights from this match, trying to work out who's playing, who's going to be lining up, so I'm very much looking forward to this time next week, seeing who gets those bragging rights for another season. So good luck to both teams.
Absolutely.
Okay, Sean, let's look ahead at this round. What matches do we have coming up?
On the women's side, Kooyong Lawn will play host to Harkaway. Beaumaris Lawn will play against Royal South Yarra. And then a really big matchup between 1 and 2, Diggers Rest against Grace Park Hawthorn. So Grace Park Hawthorn Club and Royal South Yarra will play in that first match there. Kooyong Lawn, after their very strong start to the season, they'll play North Ringwood. Eildon Park will be looking for their first win of the season up against Tennis World. And finally, it's a really big matchup between Faulkner and MCC Glen Iris Valley at the top of the table there.
We are a few rounds into state grade now, so we thought it was probably time, Sean, that we checked in with the clubs again, talked to some of the players and said, what do you love about playing state grade?
I'm just looking forward to, having a good level of tennis out there, seeing the best players from Vic get to play week in, week out.
I'm just excited to have the opportunity to play with my friends and meeting new people.
More looking forward to playing competitive matches every weekend.
Competitive matches.
The competitive environment, I reckon.
I'd say just competing again.
With good friends outside of tennis.
Yeah, just like winning against everybody.
Beating Erica. Probably getting to see, all of our tennis friends and catching up. I think the atmosphere will be really great.
High quality tennis.
Playing together.
Yeah, friendly fire.
For me, playing in team environment, I love it so much.
Great level of tennis, obviously. Yeah, you can't go wrong. It's going to be exciting.
Sean, that brings us to the end of another state grade show. Thank you once again for joining us with all your insight and intel on what is happening on the ground.
No worries at all.
On the courts, I should say. Good luck to all the teams participating this week. We love seeing you all doing your thing. To every up-and-coming tennis player that's keeping up with state grade, we encourage you, get along to these games. It's free entry and there's the best tennis in the country on court for you to see. Thanks for keeping involved and we'll see you next week.